Welcome back to another episode of Too Much Pod Tar. Today's April 9th, as we're going to be continuing with these, looking back on this day in baseball history, as we've been doing for, about a week now or so, or even more, probably almost 2 weeks actually. And Joey Ricotta is back with me for this one. He's first time he's on one of these on this day in baseball history episodes. So welcome back to the show, Joey.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Alex? How's it going?
All right, no sports still sucks, so trying to figure out stuff to do around the house.
Yeah, it's getting more and more hard as the days go by to find stuff to do without anything to watch. But at least we have TV shows and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Netflix.
Yeah, me too. We've been on the Ozark. We've been watching that a lot lately, which is awesome. You should really watch it if you haven't.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. That's another one I want to get into. I've been watching a lot of shows though. Like I have probably 4 or 5 that I've watched that I'm watching right now at the same time. Basically, Criminal Minds. I've been watching Sopranos. What else? Oh, Entourage is another one I've been watching too.
Yeah, those are really good. I've watched a little bit of Entourage.
Yeah.
Haven't watched the complete series of it, but Sopranos is one of my all-time favorites. And then Criminal Minds. Actually, you mentioned that to me. I gotta watch that. I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but I don't know. Sometimes you just it happened to me last night. We were watching something after I got home from work, and I was just exhausted and passed out halfway through. So it's the show could have been great, but I was just, way too tired to watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good show.
I gotta check that out.
That's gone. George Brett has just homered, and Billy Martin and the Yankees want the bat. Look at Martin.
Well, what you're talking about, Frank, is that he's got too much
Pod Tar.
way too much pod tar.
Jump into this day in baseball history. Obviously, we've been doing this with going in the most recent year and then backwards. So, first thing I saw here was 2016. The Twins started the year. Too bad Johnny's not in here mentioning the Twins, but but it's a bad thing for them. And they started the season 0-5 for the first time in franchise history.
Oh boy. Yeah, they did not start out hot in 2016. That's what's weird though with the Twins. They usually start out pretty decent and then kind of tail off at the end. It's weird to see them, that year start out so poorly.
Yeah, and they actually started off the year on a 9. They actually ended up starting 0-9.
Oh wow!
As the Senators, they were actually when they were playing as the Senators before they back then in the 1961. They were 0-4 3 times before that season. So they had a lot of bad starts back when they were the Senators.
Oh yeah. And then you got who hit the walk-off in that game that you were talking about to start them?
I don't know. Well, I think it was tomorrow in history when somebody had a walk-off against them.
Oh, okay.
They're playing the Royals. I don't know who hit the walk-off. I forget.
Oh, gotcha.
I just see here that it just says Royals scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. And then, that was the tie of the game, and then they ended up walking off in the bottom of the 10th inning. So, heartbreaking loss to get to 0-6 on the year.
Yeah. Morale is low right off the bat. You're losing in that fashion and losing that many games to start a season. That's never a good sign.
Definitely not. And then, I don't know, what was the record they finished off with that year?
In 2016?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Oh, they were 5th in the AL Central. Damn. So.
Yeah, not good. Wow, 59 and 103. That's
Oh, damn.
pretty brutal.
And then 2017 is when they had the big turnaround, made the playoffs. They were in the wild card and lost to the Yankees after the year after.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, they lost the Yankees in 2018?
No,
Or was it?
It was 2017. Well, I think it was
Oh,
both.
okay.
I think it
Wait,
was both.
so they got in as a wild card then?
Yeah, it was a wild card game. Yeah, then that was the one that they got off to a hot start, and then Didi hit a tying home run in the first inning. Like after, it was Severino. They bounced on Severino in the game. Yeah, but
Johnny's not going to be happy to hear all this.
But that's 2017 brings back bad memories though, because stupid Astros.
Yeah, but bad memories for all of baseball. But bad memories for being a Cubs fan too. They
Right.
got to the NLCS and then lost to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So that's but that was their third straight year getting to the NLCS. So I couldn't, it's hard to be mad when it's like the year after they won the World Series. So,
Right.
But looking back on it, it's like, man, this window is closing super fast.
Oh yeah. And then a couple sad things, a couple deaths on this day. 2009, Nick Adenhart, who was a rookie for the Angels at the time, and he sadly pitched that night, and just a couple hours later, he sadly passed away in a car accident, which was a hit and run. And Angels postponed the game the night, postponed the next game that night. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. Too bad. That was a bad loss for them, obviously.
Yeah, Angels are so unlucky with all this, like obviously with Skaggs last year too.
Yeah. 10 years later, then you got another pitcher that goes too soon. So right in the middle of the season, and then obviously they had some nice. They did some really nice things in his honor. Prior to the game, the next game, and stuff like that. But it's obviously it sucks, and you got all these talent. You got these talented pitchers like Skaggs and Adenhart and stuff, and just gone too soon. And it's like, and they look at like Jose Fernandez and stuff, and it's like it sucks. It takes away. It's like, and these guys spend so much time with these players too. The other players, it takes a toll on everybody.
All right. And then another death in 2001, the Pirate great Willie Stargell died at 61 after facing kidney problems, and he was the Pirates' leader in home runs, RBIs, and extra base hits, and also led them to the 1979 World Series championship. He was also the oldest player to win an MVP award when he shared the honor with. He had a co-MVP with Keith Hernandez.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah, he's a legend.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he only finished 25 home runs away from 500 too.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, like you said, he was actually a World Series MVP.
Yeah.
And obviously a Hall of Famer. But yeah, what a career he had. I mean, 25 home runs away, but he still made the Hall of Fame because of how good he was. I mean, he an OPS plus of 147 for his career. So,
Oh yeah,
pretty damn good player.
definitely. And then the last death on this day, and then we're getting into more cheery things. Gerald C. Hoffberger, he died at 80 years old, 2 days after his 80th birthday. He was a former Orioles owner, and he was there for 14 years and won 5 American League pennants and 2 World Series with them. before he sold the team after the 1979 season.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a good career there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and then well, because they were the St. Louis Browns, I believe, in '53.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Bill Veeck is forced to sell the team, so Hofberger and his attorney put together a syndicate that bought the team for $2.5 million, and then moved it to Baltimore, and then they became the Orioles.
Yeah, definitely some good history there with that team.
Yeah, definitely. So it's pretty much that's their origin, with Hofberger.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty crazy that yeah, R.I.P. to him. How old was he? You said when he passed away?
80. It was 2 days after his 80th birthday, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But now it's gonna be a few years before the Orioles can get back to that level.
Oh yeah, they're in the dumpster right now. But
Yeah.
maybe they got some young kids that could be, and hopefully we do see baseball this year because even some guys that could play this year like Ryan Mountcastle and a couple pitchers.
Yeah.
Could be decent. And then you got obviously Adley Rutschman, who, I really want to see play at the major league level. And hopefully he's there sooner rather than later. But I'm sure he wouldn't be there this year. But,
Right.
It seems like he's probably pretty close because of his college career.
Yeah.
I'm sure Hofberger would be happy to see someone like him playing, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Then we go to 2004. The Yankees agreed to a 3-year extension with Joe Torre, so he would manage ended up managing through 2007, of course, and then Joe Girardi came in 2008. So that ended up ending his Joe Torre's amazing tenure with the Yankees. We're just winning all those championships.
Oh, yeah. One of the best managers of all time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we were talking about him possibly taking on more of a role with, I know that was your idea, I think, with like Manfred and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind to see Torre in more of a position of power ahead of someone like Manfred, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I think if Manfred, like, whatever, I guess I won't say, I don't know if he would step down, but if he left, if he was kicked out or whatever, I think Torre would be the perfect guy to come in to be the replacement.
Mutiny. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There needs to be some type of mutiny and just get him out of there.
Just throw him.
throw him off the ship.
Yeah.
God, what a jackass. Anyways.
Yeah, in 2001, PNC Park made its debut, but it was spoiled by Don Casey, who was a Pittsburgh native, as he led the Reds past the Pirates 8-2. So, and
Sean Casey, that's a name I haven't heard for a while.
Yeah, I see him on MLB Network still now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but like as a player, you don't hear too much of his old stats and stuff like that. But he was decent. I think he was a pretty decent glove man at first, which doesn't really mean much as a first baseman. But he was always solid. He was really pesky against the Cubs too.
Yeah, and he hit the first home run in the ballpark. So and then got his bat sent to the Hall of Fame. Which actually, he also hit the first home run at Miller Park 3 days before that. So that's crazy.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that same bat. He used the same bat for both of those home runs. Wow.
Yeah, they usually like change him out almost every single at bat. It feels like.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 4 for 4 that day. So.
Man, I just looked up his he was a 302 career hitter too.
Oh wow. No.
He didn't have a whole lot of pop, even though, we're talking about, his homers, but he didn't have a whole lot of pop, for the most part. His career, he only played 12 years, but, he never hit more than 25 homers in a single season, never had more than 99 RBIs in a single season.
Oh wow.
But he was like consistent, like always hitting around 300 or over.
Yeah. Yeah, but have you ever been to PNC Park or not? Because it's a nice park. I've been there.
No, I haven't. I have heard though. And I've seen pictures of the backdrop where you can see I think it's overlooking downtown.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, it looks just gorgeous. I would love to go there though, but I haven't even made it to, really to the East Coast at all.
Oh.
So I haven't. I've only been to 3 ballparks. I've been to Miller Park, which that shouldn't have been the first one I mentioned. It's a really nice park though, but Wrigley obviously.
Yeah.
And then whatever you want to call White Sox, U.S. Cellular, Guaranteed Rate Field, whatever.
Yeah.
And actually the Milwaukee's field, I think they're changing names to like American Family Field or something for 2021.
Damn.
Which is, like really weird. It should just be Miller Park, but I've only been to 3 fields though, which I'm kind of sheltered that way. I need to get out more. My goal is to hit all the stadiums, but I've heard PNC is really something else.
Yeah, I've been to I think I've been to like 7. I've been.
Oh wow.
Of course, Yankee Stadium, Citi Field, Citizens Bank, PNC, Petco, which is Padres. What else? Oh, I'm trying to think of what else. I haven't been. What the hell? I can't think of other stadiums I've been to now. I know I've been to like 2 others besides those ones.
Mm-hmm. Did you say Baltimore? I think you.
Oh yeah, Baltimore I've been to, yeah, and
I just remember you saying that one time, I think, or.
Yeah. So I think that was it. I don't know. I think was that 7?
Close enough. I don't know.
I think it was 7. So I think that's how many.
It might have been 7, yeah.
Because I don't think I've been to any other ones.
Mm-hmm. How'd you like Baltimore?
Oh, it's nice. I love it. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah. Out of I mean, I know you love Yankee Stadium. Which one's your favorite out of?
Well, I think I don't think even Yankee Stadium is my favorite. Like the old Yankee Stadium, I like the old Yankee Stadium a lot better than the new one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was only in one. I only went to one game there because I was obviously still young when that was still there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was. But the new one's kind of like more tacky. I kind of. It seems like it's more of like a replica state, like it's a plastic replica that's like of the old one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I think I don't know.
That's kind of my fear. Like if they would decide to completely renovate, which they've already done renovations to Wrigley Field and change some things, but like if they decide to like tear it down and start a completely different, an entirely new Wrigley Field, like what they would do. Yeah, I feel like it would just anything they would try to do would just be a little bit tacky, and like it would just feel like a replica no matter what,
Yeah.
But I really want to go to Fenway. Like Fenway is, I know you're probably.
That's the other one I've been to. Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it's just I guess the nostalgia of it and just the Green Monster and like everything around it. That's why I would really want to go there. Not because I'm like a Red Sox fan or
honestly,
don't really care, but
yeah. Honestly, even as a Yankees fan, that one's better than Yankee Stadium, just because like the the city around it is like nice too. Like Yankee Stadium, when you go outside the stadium, it's like New York City is not really that nice, but Boston's like really nice with all the stuff around it.
Yeah, this probably gets like a little bit overwhelming too with the amount of, idiots running around in New York.
Yeah.
It's not saying that they are idiots, but you know what I mean.
Well, maybe they are.
I guess that's debatable too.
But let's move forward here or backwards actually, since we're going backwards in time.
Yeah.
2000, another one with the Twins. Damn, how come Johnny's not on the one where we actually talk about the Twins?
The one that he doesn't just manufacture it and bring it up out of context.
Yeah, but it was the game between Royals and Twins. It was the first time in history that both teams hit back-to-back home runs. So 3 straight, and it was Ron Coomer. I don't know if I said it saying this right, but Jack A. Jones.
Jock Jones.
Oh, Jack, that's how you say it. Okay.
Yeah. When me and my buddy had this running joke going around, it was every time I'd see him or he'd see me, he'd be like, "Jiggity, jiggity, Jockstrap Jones." It had nothing to do with this podcast, but
and then Matt LaCroix, they hit the home runs for the Twins, and it was Carlos Beltran, which he's obviously connected with the Astros. He can die. No, not really, but Jermaine Dye. Oh, speaking of Dye, Jermaine Dye.
Yeah, I thought that was a segue.
And Hector Carrasco. They were the ones that hit the back-to-back home runs for Kansas City. So I don't know if there's been a situation since then where that happened. But I feel like it's probably rare, so it probably hasn't. So I don't know.
Yeah, that seems, I wouldn't expect that that's happened since then, or I wouldn't think that. I don't know. Guess we'll find out as we get further down the line with these dates. Going back in history, maybe it'd probably pop up somewhere down the line. But since 2000, like the last 20 years, if that was the first time that's happened, it probably hasn't happened since.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's not like it's a thing you can just like really look up either. It's kind of like a weird thing, like weird,
right?
Not like a stat that you can just find.
Yeah, how do you do you pump that in the Google machine? Like you put, when's the last time a team hit back-to-back jacks? Like, obviously, you'd probably have to put home runs. If you put jacks, they're going to be like, what's that mean? Like, you got like 3 things of Cracker Jacks?
Or Jack Daniels.
Yeah, exactly. You got 3 bottles of Jack. That does sound nice right now, but...
Yeah.
It's midday. I don't know why, but it sounds good. It's nothing to do with this. Nothing that we can do in this quarantine, so might as well get 3 bottles of Jack.
Right. I mean, you can order it online because they closed all the liquor stores, but you can still order it online.
Oh, did they? The liquor stores are open around me.
Oh, really? They're closed here. Well, they still have they still have bottle shops open though for some reason, even though they closed liquor stores.
Huh. Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't checked like a lot of them. The liquor stores. I mean, I haven't really been to anywhere. Or like tried to go somewhere so I've just had beer here, so I just haven't needed to do that. But I'm kind of thinking that the essential stores, that they might have closed liquor stores, but they might have kept the ones that they felt were essential, the ones where they have, food also in there.
Yeah, that's mostly what it is here, I think, too.
Yeah, so you're right then. I think about that over here too.
But anyway,
yeah, yeah.
Before we go off on random tangents about Jack,
too late.
Nolan Ryan became the oldest pitcher to start and win an opening day game in 1993 when he was 46 years old. He beat the Red Sox 3-1, and Tommy John actually was the previous oldest at 45 in 1989, as he beat, here we go again, the Twins.
Jeez. They just love making an appearance on this date. What's with April 9th?
I don't know.
Nolan Ryan had what a hell of a career. I mean, obviously, but 27 years this guy pitched.
Yeah.
Like, if that's not insane, I don't know. And the amount of innings he threw,
yeah,
just ridiculous. He had a year where he threw 332 and 2/3 innings in 1974. Which, for people that are listening and don't know, like, I'm trying to think of who the leader in innings pitched last year was. I believe it was Garrett Cole, right?
Yeah, it was. What was it, 300 something? I think.
Did he have 300 innings?
I don't know. I'm looking it up now. I don't remember. Garrett Cole. Because
he didn't have 300. He had he didn't lead the league either. It doesn't look like, but he had 212 innings pitched.
Oh, there's 212. Okay.
But still, I mean, that was a lot last year.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the number one, it was, in the top three.
Yeah.
Pitched.
Let's see here. That was Verlander with 223.
220. Okay, Verlander. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, 223, and then compare that to 1974, Nolan Ryan's 332.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're talking about, he was the oldest pitcher to pitch on this date, but, or what was it, make the opening day start, you said?
Yeah. And win. Yeah.
But I mean, just ridiculous that he's still able to do that at that age with the amount of mileage that was on his arm.
Yeah. Like more recently, the closest to get to that was 266 innings in 2003. That was Roy Halladay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's just a different game nowadays, It's just... Yeah. But, yeah, Halladay, man, he was incredible, too.
Oh, yeah.
I think he deserves, more recognition, too, around the league, because I don't think people even really bring him up enough for what he did in his career. But that's an entirely different topic.
Right. But he's in the Hall of Fame at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he got that recognition, but but sometimes you wonder, like, like a lot of guys, or like a lot of players, they get brought up more often than others, and I don't really hear his name as much.
No.
But I mean, you heard it around the Hall of Fame time when he got elected and everything.
Yeah. In 1993, the Rockies they had their first game at their new stadium, Mile High Stadium, and they won over the Expos. It was actually a new major league record for opening day attendance at 80,227.
Holy crap!
That's pretty big.
Yeah, well, they're playing in a football stadium, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of explains it, but holy crap. 80,000 fans for a baseball game?
Yeah. And now this year we're going to get 0.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're going to get either that or we're going to get 6 feet of distance in between each fan. So, what's the stadium capacity then?
Like whatever, 45 Like it's probably what is it, around 70,000 for a stadium or something? Or
I don't know. We got to check the square
it
feet.
It might be 60,000 or something.
Oh, for each individual stadium at like as is.
Yeah, I think it might be something like that. Maybe 45.
Well, Wrigley is like far less than that. No, yeah, there's a lot of stadiums that are far less than that. I know Wrigley is like 41,000, something like that. My numbers could be off a little bit, but there's some stadiums, and they're not even like one of the lowest ones either. But there's some stadiums that do hold quite a bit. I don't know how much, like, Yankee Stadium and stuff like that. I'm sure they probably hold a decent amount.
I think Yankee Stadium's like 47,000 something.
I think they're probably up there as one of the top, or close to.
Dodgers actually has 56,000.
Oh wow!
So
yeah, that's quite a bit of people. You have to check the square footage to to see how we can do this with the 6 feet of separation. Yeah.
Yeah, is each seat 6 feet?
Right. Yeah. Each row.
Oh, yeah, probably each row. You have to skip rows. Yeah.
Right. Can't have it. Each person has their own section.
Oh yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be weird.
This whole thing is like, well, the stuff that was proposed in this, they want to get them back to playing very soon. I get it. I want them to play, as much as anybody.
Yeah.
But, what are you going to treat these guys like they're going to war? Keep them away from their families entirely for months?
Wow.
Like they're already away from their family enough as it is when they're playing a regular season, but they're going to just have all these guys quarantined and, like a location or two. I mean, it just, the whole thing of it is just weird. And it's not like Arizona doesn't have any cases. I mean, it seems the whole thing just seems weird, but anyways.
We go back to 1990. Delino of the Shields, he made his opening day debut with 4 hits and was the second rookie to have 4 hits in their opening day debut. The first one was Forrest Jacobs in 1954. Damn.
Wow.
Philadelphia A's.
Philadelphia A's. Holy crap.
Yeah. And to line up the Shields, he was a great player too.
Yeah. And then his son turned into a big leaguer too.
Yeah. But still with the Rangers, I think, right?
Yeah, he played a little bit for the Rangers. Or wait. Yeah, he's still active.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, he's still with the Rangers, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Wait, no, he's with the Indians now.
Oh, is he? When did that happen?
Yeah.
Was he a free agent?
Off season, I believe. I don't know if he was a free agent. I think he.
Oh yeah, he was.
Was traded with Emmanuel Clace.
Oh.
It was involved in that trade. He was involved in the Corey Kluber deal.
Oh, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So then the Kluber went to the Rangers.
Yeah.
But Delino DeShields Jr. Delino DeShields, he played for the Cubs for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
The one that we're talking about, that was the tail end of his career though. But yeah, he was like a utility guy though. He'd play second, he'd play outfield, he'd play first, third, wherever. But good ball player though.
Now he's actually the first base coach of the Reds.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that. Wow. Wow, he was the first round draft pick by the Expos, too.
Oh, wow. Nice.
12th overall in 1987.
Hmm.
Straight out of high school.
Damn, he only played until 33.
Yeah, it seems. I thought he was in the league longer than that, but I don't know. He never really hit for power, and maybe once his glove starts going down a little bit, or like range, things like that, maybe he just becomes expendable. I mean, he didn't hit well his last season with the Cubs either, and he was just kind of a bench player towards the end of his career, like the last 2-3 years. But I mean, still served a purpose though. Still a quality player.
Yeah, he was actually the runner-up for Rookie of the Year in 1990.
Oh wow.
Who won it that year?
In 1990?
Yeah.
Well, I think. What was this, AL? It had to be, right?
Expos are.
Oh no, yeah, sorry, I was thinking of his son.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, David Justice won it
David Justice, damn.
for Rookie of the Year, yeah, and NL.
Hmm.
Holy crap! Yeah, he had heck of a season. 282. He slashed 282, 373, 535. Hit 28 bombs in only 127 games. Less than 450 at bats. He hits 28 bombs. That's pretty good for a rookie.
Yeah.
Wow, some other notable rookies too that year. You had Marquise Grissom, Larry Walker. And he finished above those guys, Delano DeShields.
Damn.
No rookie. Oh, Sandy Alomar got 100% votes for AL Rookie of the Year that year.
Damn.
See, Robin Ventura was also on the list. Runner-up was Kevin Moss from the Yankees.
Oh, wow.
Kevin A. Pierre, John Olerud, Tapani. He was a Cub, too, but he was a Twin at the time. But, yeah.
Then 1987, we talked about in yesterday's show, it was the first time that a 300 game winner and a 300 game pitcher with 300 saves appeared in the same game. And then on this day, it was actually the first time that two 300 game winners pitched in the same game, as Phil Niekro started and then was relieved by Steve Carlton, who pitched 4 innings in relief.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's pretty big. 300 win pitchers in one game.
Yeah, that is crazy. Well, especially because, to have that many wins, you wouldn't expect somebody to come, the 300 win guy, to come out of the bullpen,
No.
But yeah, just to be teammates even, but to pitch in the same game, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it won't be happening. It probably won't happen again.
No, I don't think so. This 300 win stuff is all but going, by the wayside.
Yeah.
It feels like, anyways, with guys not even pitching, throwing all their bullets early in the game, and then so many different relievers, blowing games. Yeah, it's just not. They're just not picking up wins like they used to,
Oh,
or being allowed to.
yeah. And especially with all these like openers and stuff. Like,
Yeah, you got that too. Thank you, Tampa.
yeah. And it's like weird. Like, do they? I think they were talking about last year or something that should they give wins to like openers? Like, if an opener goes 3 innings, should he be allowed to get the win or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm kind of by, because I know the qualifying to get a win, you got to go 5 innings and all that for the starter. But I'm kind of the mindset that if the team picks up the lead while that pitcher is pitching,
Yeah.
And wins are kind of pointless now anyways. Like
Right.
it says right in my bio, wins aren't a pitcher stat.
Oh yeah.
Like now because I look at it differently. Like I get the whole history side of it and like why they're important and things like that. But anybody who's actually judging pitchers based strictly off wins and losses, that's pretty much my whole point of it, or why I have it in like my Twitter bio. But I'm of the mindset where if a team picks up the lead while that pitcher's on the mound, then that pitcher should get the win. If they don't, lose the lead while he's out of the game, and then they regain it and then they win the game, then obviously, it has to go. You got to give credit to the pitcher that was out there at the time. But the other side of that, or the weird part of that, is some pitchers, like closers, obviously, they'll blow a save, give up the tying run, and then the game remains tied, and then their team will take the lead, and then they'll pick up the win. Or like in the bottom half of the ninth, they'll walk it off, and then they get the win. Like, why do you deserve the win?
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So there's like, it's just baseball is like so weird that way, But yeah, I think the openers definitely should get the wins if, because they still contributed. Even early in the game, like say they go 2-3 innings, and it's 1-0.
Yeah.
And then in Tampa wins 4-0 that day.
All right.
Like they were still the guy that started them out nice. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they should, like, I don't know. The whole thing with like wins, like you said, is kind of weird. Like it's not really. It doesn't have any weight to it anymore. Just like nothing there. Like it doesn't matter. It's the team wins that matter. It's like who cares? Yeah. Who cares what pitcher pitched, whatever, earned the win or didn't earn the win? Just I think they should just get rid of it. Like, because who cares at this point?
I'd be okay with that. The only thing that would make them, I don't think they're ever going to get rid of it entirely, only because of the history, and since this is a history episode that we're doing, it's kind of good for the game that they do keep it in a way in that sense, but at the same time, it is pretty meaningless at this point, and it's almost like, not to this extreme, but like, you hear all the time, like, especially the guys that don't know the game, as far as football goes, they'll be like, oh, well, this quarterback's got this many wins. Well, no, it's a team sport.
Yeah.
The quarterback has wins, you're right, but they don't, it's not just them. Like, did you give Khalil Mack a win? Like how many wins does Khalil Mack have? I'm just saying, for example, or like you got to use let's use somebody like Ray Lewis. Like, did you count him as wins? Nobody looks at really like a linebacker or something like that was probably just as influential. I know we're talking about football and not about baseball, but we don't give the hitters wins. You know, say the hitter knocked in 3 runs and they won the game 3-2 that day. Did you give Sammy Sosa a win?
No.
You know, so it's all kind of crazy to me. Like, I agree with you. It's a team sport.
Right. It's not like it's tennis or something.
Right. Yeah. You don't have Roger Federer out there with his with what do you call it? 30 love in the third set or something. You know, I don't know. I'm not a huge tennis guy, so my my references could be completely wrong. But I played some Wii.
But anyway, let's go to 1968. There was Martin Luther King's funeral was held. It was 5 days after he was killed. And it was actually Bill Veeck. I don't know if I said that right, but he was the owner of the Browns, Indians, and White Sox. And he was one of the marchers that took part in the funeral procession.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
No.
I didn't know he was a part of that. Yeah, he was who we were talking about earlier with the owning the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
And then the name is escaping me now. Who we were talking about earlier that bought it.
Hofburger.
Hofburger, that's right.
Yeah. Now I want a burger.
Yeah, I actually haven't eaten anything all day, so I'm pretty hungry there right now too.
Yeah, after we finish this, I'll eat something because I ate breakfast, but that was it.
Oh yeah, I got some leftover pizza in the fridge though, so I think I might go with that, but you never know. Burger sounds good too.
Yeah. And then, 1965, the first dome sports stadium in history, in the Astrodome, was opened up. So here's a little clip of when they opened.
Mel Steiner working the plate. Farrell all set to throw the first pitch. And here's the windup in the first pitch of the ball game, and it's the ball low and outside. And the first ball is being taken to Warren Giles, president of the National League. Steiner called time. Ron Brand trotted over to the box seats on the right side to present the National League pressing the ball. So the first one thrown here in actual competition, although an exhibition game, has been given to Warren Giles. 1 ball and no strikes on Mickey Mantle. And here's the pitch now by Farrell. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. Jimmy Wayne comes in to make the pickup, and Mantle just does get down to first base. You can see that he has an ailing leg. He's trotted down, and there's the first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, it was actually a year after that. Was actually the Anaheim Stadium was open. Another
world.
One. What's that?
What's that? I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I said that was pretty crazy. The 8th wonder of the world.
Right. Yeah.
That's what they were calling it, right?
Yeah, that's what it says here. Yeah. And they actually had 24 astronauts throw out first pitches.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I would have liked to see a clip of that. Or, you know, would they have them all like lined up side by side and different catchers?
I don't know. Well, it just says they threw 24 ceremony first pitches. So I don't know if they did it separately, like back to back, all those in a row, or at once. Probably at once.
Mm-hmm.
That 24 in a row would be too many to do.
Right. You got. Yeah.
Maybe they did it just like, 8 at a time or something.
Yeah, they could have done that. Because, it would be like you're going all the way down the field with.
Yeah.
I don't know. But at the same time, if you're going to do like 24 different ones, that'd be like kind of crazy to have them all trot out there like separately. And then like the fans are probably just like, come on, let's get it going.
Yeah.
Or they didn't care back then. People were probably more patient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, yeah, they Colt 45s, that's what they were before that. as they became the Astros, which we all hate right now.
Yeah, before their scandal and cheating days.
Yeah. And then I forgot to mention the year after, in 1966, the Angels opened up Anaheim Stadium as they were sharing. They were playing at Wrigley Field with the Dodgers. I mean, not with the Dodgers. They were playing at Wrigley Field and Dodger Stadium from 1961 to 65.
Yeah.
And then moved to Anaheim Stadium. So, but then another stadium actually opened up on this day back in. Actually, two more. In 1913, the Ebbets Field for the Dodgers and Fenway Park were both open, and then Fenway Park in 1912. So we got 4 total stadiums to make their debuts.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Ebbets Field, what a classic stadium. Yeah. That, obviously, being the first dome in sports, that's pretty significant as well.
Oh, yeah.
But Ebbets Field, that's I used to love playing, you probably can do it now. I don't have the new show, but like with the old show games or MLB The Show, you used to pick like the classic stadiums. I used to always love playing video games at Ebbets Field.
They have all of them still now in the new game too.
Dude, oh, that's awesome. I got to get the new game.
Yeah. The hitting is like so weird though. Like I don't know what I just like can't hit as good. Like it's just weird. Like other people said it too. Like the hitting is just it's more of like a pitching game where it's like easier to strike a bunch of people out and you can't get as many hits.
Like, trying to make it more realistic, I guess.
Yeah.
Or to modernized.
Yeah. Because I play games online and a lot of the games are like 1-0 or something like that, 2-1.
Yeah, but what's the fun in that in a video game though?
Yeah.
At the same time, All
right.
Like if I'm hitting, I want to be able to put up some runs.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks, but
when Ebbets Field opened up, it actually only had 10,000 fans.
Holy crap!
So that's a lot different now. Now the Dodgers get whatever it was, 56,000 fans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a big boost now. Big difference.
And then also, 1953, there was baseball played in Milwaukee for the first time since 1901, as the Braves played there.
The old county stadium.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember, like I was little. I was real little. I kind of remember going to County Stadium, but I gotta check, with my parents or with my dad on that one, because I would have been really little. And I've always told people that the first ever game I went to was a Cubs game when I was 6 at Wrigley. And I could have went to County Stadium.
Mm.
And I just didn't, don't remember, but I vaguely remember some things. And like I remember I had this Robin Yount card and, some other things like memorabilia that might have shown that I went there, but like, like a certain age, you just don't remember things.
Yeah.
So I gotta find that out. I'm gonna talk to my mom and dad and see what happened. Did I go to a stadium before Wrigley?
Yeah. I think there's nothing else really that big for this day, so that'll do it for this episode. Keep listening to these
Oh, another one.
Oh.
We were talking about the stadiums.
Yeah.
Or the first ever game played at Fenway Park.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Oh, you did? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. But they played against Harvard in an exhibition game.
Mm-hmm. And then did you do? Were we gonna do birthdays, or did you already?
The one I wanted to mention was Graham Lloyd, who's turning 53 today. He was in the major leagues for 10 years, pitched for the Yankees, Expos, Brewers, and a couple other teams. And he was, he was a reliever. He was pretty good. He wasn't too bad, especially with I think the Yankees years were his best years when he was there. When he was there 96 through 98. So he was there for 2 championship years, so it's pretty good. He also with the Royals for 1 year, Mets for 1 year, Marlins and Blue Jays for 1 year too. So he's with the Brewers the most with 4 years. The Yankees 3. And then I think you had a couple Cubs birthdays too today. I don't know, but I forget their names, but Hippo Vaughn was one, I think, right?
Yeah, Hippo Vaughn, born today. A great Cubs pitcher for a while. He had some bad luck in the 1918 World Series. He allowed only 3 earned runs in the course of 3 complete games for the Cubs, but was tagged with losses in 2 of the games as they lost the series to the Boston Red Sox. He retired. He ended up his best seasons were toward the end of his career in 1918 and 1919, when his ERA both years was in the 1.75 range, a run below the league average at the time. So a full run below league average. He won the pitcher's triple crown in 1918, leading the league in ERA, wins, and strikeouts, and then he retired in 1921, and still ended up playing a little bit. He played some semi-pro ball. He just didn't play in the majors. He ended up actually playing in, let's see. No, that was the other guy I was going to mention, I believe, which is, I'm going to butcher the hell out of his name, but Claude Pasau, I have no idea, but he's another good Cubs pitcher for a while. He actually had some power as a hitter too, but he was second in the National League in ERA in 1940 and in 1945. Selected 5 All-Star games, and he's actually rated the number 37 Cub of all time from BleedCubbyBlue.com, and he actually played some at let's see, in 1935 he was with the Des Moines Demons, where he won 20 games and became friends with Ronald Reagan, which is just an interesting little fact. But he churned out a pretty good career, and ended up passing away in 2003 after, he was born on this date in 1909, and then made his debut in the big leagues in 1935. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so today was pretty packed with a lot of stuff to discuss. We'll be back again tomorrow, of course, and pretty much every day for this series. But yeah, thank you for listening. Oh, sorry, Siri. I didn't mean to hit you. but yeah, thanks for listening. And you can never have too much pod tar.
Yeah, or Siri.
No.